once you are ready, then I would say, because never ever go to the interview without the proper training or a proper
Yes.
consultation with the Fajik team. So that is one of the key benefits we have, especially with Fajik. And yeah, you can clear that later. Yeah, interviews.
Okay. Welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Tammo from Find a Job in Germany. Today I'm here with my former coachee, Xavi. Hey, Xavi, how are you doing?
Hey, Tom, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also good. Xavi, thanks for your time. Today we want to speak about how it is to work as a DevOps engineer in Germany. So you are obviously a DevOps engineer. You live in Hamburg, Germany now. So moin moin, as we say in northern Germany. You come from India, right? So you moved to from India to Germany a few weeks ago, actually. And maybe give us a short intro.
Moin, moin. So thanks for having me in the call. Yeah, so I'm excited. Yeah, it's been a week since I'm in Hamburg. So yeah, it's quite exciting, and we are seeing a sunny days. So yeah, it's good, and
Cool.
hopefully looking for the weather as well, cold weather. And I hope I would get settled soon. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's going good, and and with respect to DevOps, yeah, it's quite exciting to build systems and especially from the scratch. So it's quite good learning and as well as quite challenging as well.
So what would you say first of all? I mean, you landed a job in Germany. So what would you say first of all? What are the key technologies, if you have to sum them up, you need to bring to the table?
Yeah, so as a DevOps, so the key technologies, it starts with the from the design to deployment, you should have a good understanding of the software development life cycle. So I would say start having knowledge on GitLab or Git repositories, like I mean the commands, the CLI commands, so that you can easily work on the repositories. So that and then the build tools like GitLab or CI or like Jenkins, so
Mhm.
that you know how to build the systems.
Mhm.
So that is the key tool in terms of CI. And then, yeah, there are some tools, but I would say some programming language would definitely help because we are into automation. So much automation should be we'll be doing. So I would say Python or shell scripting. You should
Mhm.
have advanced knowledge at least because you should be already working as a DevOps engineer and you will be always doing automation. So I would say
Yeah.
these two languages. Apart from that, if you have good configuration management knowledge like Ansible or Terraform, because
Yeah.
if you work with any cloud infrastructure like AWS, GCP, you won't manually log in. You won't directly interact with those cloud. You use infrastructure as a code tool to interact with those cloud services. So that's
Mhm.
where like Terraform or Ansible or CloudFormation will be helpful. Yeah, I think pretty much. And if you have any monitoring tools like Prometheus, Grafana, or ELK, so that is an additional uh, skill, so that you will because the implementation of DevOps is at the end it will have you need to set up the monitoring as well for the application. So these are the chain of tools and technologies which a DevOps engineer should have
Mhm.
worked on or like should have knowledge on. Yeah.
And I think we forgot cloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloud, Docker, Kubernetes, also very, very
Oh
important,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if your team is building applications and deploying into Kubernetes or Docker, definitely that Docker and Kubernetes are a key
Mhm.
stack to gain knowledge of or like to have experience working in that. Yeah.
Mhm. The most important cloud, I think you AWS, you said before, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Primarily AWS, because when it comes to cloud, like you have, the companies will be having different types of clouds. But if you have any one of the cloud knowledge, like AWS, because you have free tier accounts, so you can play around with it and
Mhm.
work on some of the services. But still, the cloud knowledge is key. Yeah.
And I think you have a typical journey. Like, I mean, you worked in India for very big multinational companies. You have almost, or you have 10 years of work experience. Now you move to Germany, and here you work for a startup, for a small and medium-sized company. What would you say is the main difference in the interview process, but also in working here, from coming from a huge company with a lot of different teams to a relatively small organization?
Yeah, so in India, yes, I was working for a big MNC company, but yeah, as I said, like the main difference is like DevOps engineers. We are spread across the entire product teams. So we will be focused on working on a specific team or like a technology, uh, and because it's a big team, right? So you don't have although you have primary responsibility, but infrastructure wise, it's very spread across. We are spread across infrastructure, so the responsibilities would be minimal, I would say, compared to what I faced or what I'm doing in the current project. Because as startup companies, they will have different teams for uh, mostly in India, we are all dependent on we are all working in a IT operations team, but here
Mhm.
it's like IT operations it's just a team.
Yeah.
So the product around it is a bigger one here compared
Mm.
to what we had in India. It's like we don't really act on the product because we don't touch the product. We do IT operations for that, but still the IT operations itself is a bigger team for us. At
Yeah.
least 5,000 to 6,000 members in particular city, and I would say like around 10,000 for in India itself. So
Mhm.
yeah, but when it comes to Germany and specifically startup companies here, it's a very minimal team, but it's upon you how to build the infrastructure, how to build the systems from the scratch. So you need to understand the product first and how it works, and then you make sure that how to build the infrastructure without any hiccups or like it won't break the infrastructure. So that's how you need to build the systems.
So you're saying you have to have a very good understanding of the product, the infrastructure, and you have to have a very good understanding of how to build the whole overall system. Is that right?
Yeah, that is the one of the experience or like one of the key ask, especially if you work in a startup companies in
Mhm.
Germany. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how did you prepare for that? I mean, what's your roadmap when to land a job here to do this transformation?
When we work in India, so there are systems already built systems, and we'll be doing on top of it. We'll be doing some automations or like there will be already teams who have already done it, but we'll just do the enhancement, something like that.
Mhm.
And if it's a new team, yeah, you will be building it, but it's very simple and you can do it. But in terms of working in Germany or in a startup company in Germany, so you need to understand the infrastructure end to end. So the way I mean is like you will be responsible for the entire infrastructure. Of course,
Mhm.
there will be colleagues and the leadership will be there. They will help you. But the thing is, you need to understand what's that particular server, what's the cloud, what's the particular service is doing. So how can I make use of it? How can I bring in the tools which help the DevOps teams grow larger? And how can I contribute for the product so that it scales up huge?
Mhm.
So if the product is doing well, for example, if the product is selling good, then the infrastructure will scale up automatically. So you need to
Mhm.
be prepared for that, and it should be agile. So that's where like DevOps tools will come into place, and you should need to have stronger and fundamental knowledge of uh, these technical stacks, like from the design to deployment, the tools which we support. So you need to understand how it works, how systems are built. So that is the key thing. Once you have that knowledge, I think you will be able to crack the interviews. And yeah, the with respect to interviews, yeah, you should be confident. You should know how to build the systems. That's way you communicate to the interviewer that this is how I'll be able to contribute to the team so that they have confidence in us to recruit.
Cool. Awesome. Many thanks for those insights. I think it's great help for every DevOps engineer watching who also wants to land in Germany, get a or follow a holistic approach, a 360-degree approach, let's so to speak, understand the complete infra system. That's really, really important. Is there anything else you wanted to share? Is there anything we forgot to speak about?
I'm not sure like whether maybe some companies might be keen on certifications if you have completed, but still, as long as you are able to convey the interviewer that you are skilled and you are able to clear the technical rounds, especially, and if you are culturally fit, like keep it simple. I would say like just try to understand what the interviewer asking because sometimes it get confused
Yeah.
some of the questions, but you need to listen carefully and you need to reply accordingly. Sometimes interviewers ask, "What if I don't recruit you?" Sometimes the interviewers ask, "What is the like if I challenge you with this task, what will you do me if I don't approve?" So you need to be prepared for all those questions beforehand. You need to work with the Fajik team for that once you are ready, then I would say because never ever go to the interview without uh, the proper training or a
Yes.
proper consultation with the Fajik team. So that is one of the key benefits we have, especially with Fajik. And yeah, you can clear that later. Yeah, interviews.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Xavi. Thanks a lot for those great insights. I think it's a great help. And yeah, if you're also watching, if you want to move to Germany, if you're working in tech and IT, maybe if you're also a DevOps engineer, get in touch with us. Book a get to know call. We're gonna assess your profile. We're gonna help you to land a job here as well. And yeah, looking forward to see you soon. For you, Xavi, all the best in Hamburg. Yeah. Enjoy the last days of the summer. And yeah, then let's speak in a few months how you like the winter. And
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
all the best for you. See you soon and bye bye. Ciao.